you have to be a little bit crazy to go into hospitality. It's a lifestyle business. It's not all about income potential and things like that. What really attracted me to kind of like the smaller, intimate experience was the ability to control that experience, create and deliver the vision that we collectively have. Hilton, Marriott, Accor, it's the same industry. We all have people who come to our businesses and sleep in our beds, but they're fundamentally different experiences. When someone's booking independent boutique, they have expectations. They're seeking out the experience that you've created based on quite literally pictures and reviews. People are looking for something that feels human, that feels crafted, and that's what we built. I'm Ryan Killeen, co-founder and CEO of Annex Hotels. I'd say my earliest memories are hanging out at the hotel with my family, whether that be mom working and showing up to kind of shadow and watch, or being fortunate enough on the weekends to go for a brunch. My brother and I got to travel around North America and experience the fun parts of hospitality, which was ordering ice cream, charging it to the room, and thinking it was all just magic. Very quickly discovered that wasn't the case, but became even more interested when I discovered that. I gravitated towards it at an early age. It was interesting to me. I mean, walking through the kitchen, seeing how everything actually happened, I became intrigued by what that entire back-end process looked like. I started my career in hospitality at Fairmont, quite literally scrubbing toilets and hotel rooms and making beds. I found my way at Sonder afterwards in a growth capacity. After that, found my way to Airbnb, where I was part of a well-oiled machine, but again, contributing to a very specific part of that business was the Airbnb Luxe division. All of those worlds kind of led me to the point of Annex, which is truthfully a combination of all those worlds. At the end of the day, hospitality, there's similarities amongst all brands, operations, etc. I'd say the biggest difference is that at the corporate level or kind of big box, you're really stuck to SOPs and a certain way of delivering that hospitality. There is less personalization. When it happens, it's a little more canned. And then hotels kind of all feel like hotels. You've got a front desk, you get your key card, you go straight to your room. It's a process that we all know. I think in the boutique space, it's fun because it's smaller, there's less bureaucracy, you're able to make decisions that actually impact the guest experience, and you're able to do it in real time with your team. For the Annex, the concept came from blending the worlds of Airbnb, traditional hotels, and really leaning into that, but putting the additional layer of a well thought out and intentional brand in there. A brand goes far beyond a logo and a website, and I think that was one of the biggest considerations when merging those two worlds was what's the differentiating factor here? I would say the experience is low-key in nature. You come in, the room speaks for itself in many ways, but the hospitality you experience is tight and dialed, and the products themselves are curated. There's many different iterations of brand too, right? It's not something that happens overnight. There's an idea, there's a concept, and then it starts to take on kind of its own personality.
How you doing? Are you lost in the desert? We don't know each other, but that could change.
Our tagline at the Annex is artists living comfortably. It's about actually integrating people who are doing things in the art scene locally and kind of giving them a space and a platform to play. It's removing the corporate aspect of it. A good friend of the Annex, Eric Lachance. He's an artist in the truest sense of the word. We've done everything from implement his pieces here to have him involved in some of our previous food and beverage concepts, events concepts. Partner in our business is Daniel Caesar, who's a Grammy Award-winning artist. It's not about being Daniel's hotel or kind of a celebrity endorsement. It's someone who's contributing to the design, culture, events, programming, and that's a mutual understanding out of the gate. He gets to have his influence and touch on our properties, but in a very intentional way. I mean, one of our rooms is Daniel's room. Him and Eric Lachance, the artist we talked about earlier, handpicked art for the room, books, little sticky notes on the walls, a different color in that room than every other room. So it's little things like that. I hope that guests are inspired when they come here. If they already follow the Annex in a digital capacity, I mean, they'll see some of what we're doing and maybe feel some of that energy when they walk into the room. Everything has been thought of. There's nothing generic in the space. You're not going to come in here and have an espresso pod or a Starbucks coffee. You're going to get local beans. You're going to get coffee from someone who cares about coffee. And similarly on the food side of things, you're not going to see a chain implemented in here. You're going to see an independent restaurant with a story behind it. The restaurant story is equally as kind of backed as the hotel story. We're working with a local company here. It's Simon, which was Raf's Pizza. Originally, this has grown up into Rafaela, which is an ode to his grandmother, and building out a full extensive menu there. So the similarities that you'd see in Rafaela and Annex are, again, intention. There's a real story behind it. It's not just curated for the sake of making money. I think that everything we do here, money is the obvious byproduct of doing things well, but it's intentional. It's been fun seeing the Annex be an incubator for a lot of conversation and city programming. Slowpoke's Run Club, I mean, that started here, that's grown to be something national. Nightcap Chess Club started here. We had Magnus Carlsen in this room, like #1 chess player in the world, organically show up because Taylor Harrison with Nightcap has this incredible program and people organically gravitate towards it. It happened to be at the Annex. Really just like that goes on and on and on and on. The Annex is a bit of a blank canvas in that sense, where you come in, it's an intentional room, and hopefully you can take from it whatever you need in that kind of exact moment. It's small and mighty. We're trying to punch above our weight class, and everyone shows up every day. It's truthfully like a team effort.
Do it like that, so like that.